WYLN TV 35.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Lehigh Valley Health Network Hazleton Game of the Night as boys high school basketball from the Wyoming Valley Conference as the Berwick Bulldogs play host to the Cougars of Hazleton area. We now pause and hear from the Berwick Women's Chorus with tonight's national anthem. Outstanding job by the Berwick Women's Chorus. You are looking live at the Berwick High School Gymnasium. You get set for continuing coverage of high school basketball here on WYLN. I'm Marty Burns, joined as always by the coach, Joe DeMelfi. Jim Burns on stats. And Joe, before we talk about tonight's game, how about that chorus? There'd probably be some disappointed basketball players, but I almost wanted them to continue.
Exactly right. Did a great job. Marty, I think when we look at this game, Berwick traditionally has had a hard time matching up with the Cougars. So tonight, it'll be interesting to see if they come up with something that can afford them a better matchup than they have in the past.
Saw Hazleton area last week at Wyoming Valley West under the direction of head coach Tim Barletta. Joe, they shot very well from three. That helped them build an advantage. And I was very impressed with their defense for Hazleton area.
One of the things that has hurt the Berwick girls and boys is the press. They've had a tough time breaking the press. Many times try to dribble their way out of the press when you know the best way to break the press is to pass the ball. So let's see what happens tonight.
And for head coach Bobby Calarco, some familiar names from the football season that especially hit that starting lineup. Talking about Matthew Lonzinski, Taji Taylor, and I'm really looking forward to, I remember seeing him a couple years, Miles Dahl, now a senior.
Miles Dahl, great ball handler. I'll tell you what, doesn't shoot the ball much, but he handles the ball extremely well. Murphy's out front and handles the ball.
Our officials for tonight, where have you gone, Joe DiMaggio?
All right.
Not Joe Maggio, but DiMaggio.
Yeah.
Brian Dundick, Bill Callahan with the basketball, will toss it up. Cougars in the red, the Bulldogs, Joe, in the gray. We are just about set for basketball. Taylor to jump for the Bulldogs. Khalid Morrison for Hazleton area. And we are underway from Berwick. Point guard Luke Gennaro has the basketball. He is out there with Iliad Lopez, Josian Guerrera, and Joe Marshall to round out the starting five. Mention Lonzinski, Taylor, and Dahl as Lopez trying to continue his hot shooting from last week. Marshall the offensive rebound. The other two starters, Ryan Steele, number 14, Sean Murphy, number 3. Marshall gets it up and in, 2-0 Cougars.
Baseline for Marshall. Good shot and in. Berwick coming out with a zone to try to counter the offense of the Cougars.
Taylor on the wing gives it to Dahl. Hazleton area, as they did last week, playing man-to-man. Lonzinski over Morrison puts the Bulldogs up 3-2.
Lonzinski with a good shot. Nobody in his face. He had a pretty good look at the basket. They're going to need some threes tonight.
Carrera faked the three. He'll take it. This one off. Marshall, another offensive rebound. Put back. He puts the Cougars back in front 4-3.
One of the places underneath, Marty, both offensively and at the other end of the court. Berwick has to help themselves underneath.
And especially on long shots in a zone, sometimes it's always tough to get those defensive rebounds. Just because you're in a zone, you're not necessarily manned up with someone.
And you're not in a position. That's exactly right.
And we've seen Marshall take advantage of that twice here in the opening minute and a half. Marshall last week against Wyoming Valley West had 10. One of 4 Cougars in double figures. 5 Cougars in double figures in their victory over the Spartans that you saw here on WILN.
Hazleton out in a man-to-man.
Lonzinski guarded closely by Morrison.
That time Lonzinski didn't have a chance, Marty, because Morrison was there right now.
Here's Dahl. The assignment is Lopez. Giving it off to Taylor. Looks to drive the lane. Can't get it to go. Morrison the rebound. Here come the Cougars up 1. Gennaro lost control.
Marty, Berwick offensively needs to get to the basket, either by the drive or try to have somebody inside.
Dahl will bring it up. Bulldogs down 1 here in the early portion of the first quarter. Little teardrop runner by Murphy won't go. Taylor with the offensive rebound, but couldn't save it. And Hazleton area comes back up 1.
Taji Taylor, great hustle. Corner for the shot. Need to get over there.
Joe Marshall for 3. He's got all 7 for the Cougars here in the first. They lead at 7-3. Taylor at the top. Lonzinski quickly swung to Dahl. This is Murphy. Guerrero up with the steal. Gives it back to Lopez, and he is fouled. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
I'll tell you what, great defense on the other end by Guerrero. Excellent job. Moved his feet very well, didn't reach in, caused the turnover.
First on steal, the team first. Mentioned the 5 in double figures against Wyoming Valley West. Lopez led the way with 15. And this young man had a big fourth quarter. Number 21, Sammy Guzman, into the Hazleton area lineup. Lopez hits both. Puts the Cougars up 6.
Little pressure here.
Lonzinski straight up the middle. Gives off to Taylor. Blocked, I believe, by Marshall. And it'll be Berwick basketball.
Marshall's presence inside is obviously very strong for
Dahl at the top, guarded as he has been since the start by Lopez, off to Murphy. Murphy against Guerrera, gets a screen from Lonzinski. Dahl quickly swings to Taylor. Miles Dahl to steal for 3. And he gets the shooter's roll for the 3-point goal.
That's a home court roll right there. Narrows it to 3.
Was there a piece of rim that shot didn't hit, Joe? Turnover, here's Steele. Guzman back, and he'll commit the foul and send Steele to the foul line.
Gonna have to earn it. Ryan Steele, very nice. Getting that ball and taking it down the floor.
First on Guzman, the team first. Steele misses the first, he'll get another. Khalid Morrison back into the Cougar lineup, giving Joe Marshall a well-deserved break. 7 points to lead them offensively, and great defense at the other end, Joe. An empty trip for Steele, knocked out of bounds but ruled off of Hazleton area, so Berwick will get another possession here. Checking into the lineup, Joe, I'm sorry, number 11, Billy Hansen.
Marty, Marshall as beneficial on the defensive end as he is on the offensive end.
Hansen, the freshman, a little long on the 3, rebound Guerrera. He's looking to go coast to coast. Shot is up, won't go, but he'll head to the line to shoot 2.
I think he's going to get Miles Dahl on the foul.
And we've seen it so many through the years, Joe, through this Berwick program, young men playing early, and then, you know, a kid like Miles Dahl getting opportunity as a senior. Possibly the future of Berwick basketball is Billy Hansen, a freshman coming in now.
One of the things that hurts Berwick, obviously, is the lack of inside height. And that's why Marshall, in the first several minutes, has come up so big on both ends of the floor.
1 out of 2, Dahl the rebound. He picked up the foul. It was his first, team's second.
Good rebound by Miles Dahl.
10-6 Cougars. Over halfway gone here in the opening quarter. We thank you for joining us from Berwick here on WILN for the Lehigh Valley Health Network Hazleton Game of the Night. Hazleton area continues in their man-to-man. Berwick trying to spread them out, but Joe, great defensive fundamentals for the Cougars as they cut off openings so well with their feet.
And you know what, Marty, exactly right. Defensively, they are keeping the ball on the perimeter. When someone tries to drive from Berwick, they can't get there because of the defensive feet of the Cougars.
And I don't want to take anything away from the Cougars on this end of the floor, but for a game and almost a quarter, very impressed with them defensively as a team. Marshall back in the game, swung to Guzman. Gennaro looks to penetrate, and he slipped down, and that may have been from the previous strip when Guerrera got fouled, went down. There may have been a slick spot that, of course, Gennaro would hit and go down for the turnover. And Gennaro will get a breather as number 35, Chris Catrone, into the Cougar lineup. And with the dead ball, Coach Barletta went full court, but Berwick breaks it nicely. Murphy gets the hoop.
One of the things that they've struggled with, the Bulldogs, is breaking the press. Did it very nicely there. Came away with the basket. Down by 2.
And now the Berwick bench is alive, cheering on their defense. Guzman kicks it out. Catrone to Guerrera. In the high post, Morrison, he couldn't corral it. Lonzinski brings it up as the Bulldogs can tie or take the lead with a 3. Murphy drives the lane, no call, and Marshall up with the loose basketball. Guerrera can't get it to go. Tipped around Guzman, the offensive rebound. He dribbles it out to Catrone for 3. Won't go. Battle for the rebound. Picked up Guzman. Cougars will reset.
Can't give the Cougars too many shots at the basket, Marty.
Morrison found Marshall, and we're going to get a foul inside.
Cougars with 3 attempts, Marty. Finally, the foul will send.
Foul is on Hansen, his first. Team third. Joe Marshall to shoot 2. Gennaro is back for the Cougars as Morrison will sit down. But Morrison was a big key, Joe, in that stretch with the offensive rebounding.
Morrison and Marshall. Marshall misses the second.
And I think we're going to get a loose ball foul against the Cougars.
I believe Catrone over the top.
And Joe, you're right on it as always. His first, team second. Talking about Chris Catrone, but with the dead ball, again, the Cougars come full court. Up 3, and Did we get a steal?
We got a
Bill
kick.
Callahan had the call.
I think it was a kick on the ball,
Kick.
Marty.
Keeping with Berwick, but here comes that full court pressure again, Joe.
Again, they broke it fairly well the last time.
Dahl ahead to steal, looking for Taylor. Lost control. Hazleton area basketball.
Taji Taylor up in the air, couldn't control the pass.
Lopez is back for the Cougars. This is Gennaro to Marshall. Lopez in the corner. Gennaro finds Marshall. Shot is up. An offensive foul has been taken by Taji Taylor. Great defense, and the foul is on Marshall, his first.
Good offensive take on that foul by Taylor.
And a block is called on the sideline as Murphy tried to get by. Bill Callahan feels he was forced out of bounds, and the fourth team foul on the Cougars.
Again, Marty trying to dribble that ball up the floor. You have to look, see the floor on that press.
It's first on Lopez, team fourth. Taylor on the wing. Goes over to Hansen quickly in the corner to Murphy. In the final minute of the opening quarter, Cougars up 3. Berwick very deliberate against this man-to-man. Dahl guarded closely by Catrone, got it out to Taylor. In the corner, steal. Can't get this one to go. Marshall gets the loose basketball. Final half minute in this opening quarter. Nice pass to Catrone, and he was fouled, no shot. Ruled on the floor.
Hansen with the reach in, I believe.
And that'll be the first foul trouble for either team, Joe. Hansen picks up his second, team fourth. Lonzinski returns for the Bulldogs. See if Hazleton area will milk this clock for the end of the quarter. Lopez in the corner to Marshall. Out to Gennaro. High post, Guerrera. Strong move to the basket, won't go. Steal the rebound. And time's going to run out. Through a quarter, Joe. Pretty good opening quarter that has the Cougars up. 11-8, you're watching live high school basketball on WILN.
When emergency strikes, trust your care to the all-new ER at Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton. With a facility that's now twice the size. Experienced nurses who see you right away. A quick assessment process makes sure you get the care you need. Advanced technology on site. Safe, private treatment rooms, and a peace of mind that only this level of care can bring. When it matters most, trust your partner in emergency care. Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton.
You always get a feel-good shopping experience at Grand Central in Hazleton.
Have you ever experienced that super pushy salesperson who follows you all around? Not here.
Or wandered around that big box store looking for help in the appliance department only to find the pink guy? Not here.
And we have an experienced, courteous sales staff here to help you find the perfect mattress, piece of furniture, or appliance with no pressure.
And don't forget, everyday low prices.
You always get a feel-good shopping experience at Grand Central in Hazleton.
We welcome you back to Berwick through a quarter. Cougars up 11-8.
Marty, both teams shooting 3 for 8 from the floor. Turnovers 5 for Hazleton, 4 for Berwick. Rebounds 7 for the Cougars, 6 for the Bulldogs.
Bulldogs had 8 in the opening quarter. Joe Marshall for Hazleton area leading all scorers with 8. Bulldogs start with the basketball in the gray going from left to right on your screen. Dahl, Lonzinski, Steele, Taylor, and Murphy, the original starting 5. Cougars start with Guerrera, Morrison, Gennaro, Lopez, and Marshall, their starting 5. That was for the tie. Morrison the rebound.
Talked about it earlier. Need to shoot well from the 3-point range.
Lopez shoots well from 3. His first basket gives him 5. The lead is 6.
As I mentioned, that Lopez comes down the floor and sinks a 3 for the Cougars.
Lonsinski had it stolen by Lopez. Guerrera bringing it up for the Cougars, up 6. Gennaro goes baseline, and he'll have a chance for a 3-point play.
Once Gennaro got to the baseline, it was going to be tough. Made the basket, will go to the line.
Number 10, Graham Marshman into the Bulldog lineup as the foul is on Lonsinski, his first, team 5th. Gennaro converts the 3-point play, a quick 6-0 run for the Cougars. They find themselves up 9.
They were up by 3 at the end of the first quarter, now up by 9. Berwick has to stop the bleeding here.
Especially because Hazleton area looks primed, Joe, to go on one of those runs. And you don't want to get too far down. Dahl with a strong move. And that's the way to get something back, is head to the free throw line.
Exactly right. And the other thing is, you have to try to, in that type of defense, that man-to-man, you have to try to get it up the floor. Either dish it off or try the shot. Miles Dahl goes to the line for 2.
First foul trouble for Coach Barletta's Cougars. Lopez picked up his second, team 5th. The left-hand shooting Dahl hits the first. He'll get another.
The other part to that, Marty, when you get there and you need to get to the line, you have to be accurate. Important to make those foul shots.
Joe, I don't know how the young man could be accurate. He's got a green shoe and a blue shoe. Miles Dahl with a green shoe and a blue shoe.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
Marshall, the offensive rebound.
Big
out to
rebound
Guerrero.
by Marshall.
From the elbow, and it's now a 10-point game.
That's big right there, Marty. Marshall with the rebound gives them another shot at the basket, and they make it.
Hazleton area's gone on an 8-1 run to start this quarter, but Miles Dahl with the big basket. 30-second timeout has been taken by Berwick. They trail by 8. So, Joe, now would be a good time to call 2 Italian Guys Pizzeria at 570-2783. Coach DeMelfi thoroughly looked over the menu, and he's decided to order wings from 2 Italian Guys. Located at 3 West Diamond Avenue in Hazleton. Once again, give them a call, 570-459-2783. Can have them ready at halftime. Wings from 2 Italian Guys Pizzeria is the choice from Coach DeMelfi, and as always, when you give them a call, tell them Coach DeMelfi sent you.
Marty, great job penetration, great job dishing it off to Dahl as he makes that short jumper.
And you know who else does a great job? That's that Jim Burns. And coming up at halftime, we'll get a look at his halftime stats compiled by Grand Central, so we invite you to stay tuned for that at the half. Checking into the Cougar lineup, now running the point is number 11, Richie Rossi. Morrison in the lane, knocked away, and here comes Marshman. Gets it to Murphy. Berwick will set up the offense, down 8. Taylor over to Murphy. Murphy, nice crossover. Over Morrison, nice move and shot by Sean Murphy. 4 quick points by Berwick, has it down to 6.
Murphy has been their leading scorer all year long. Did a nice job there with some penetration.
Lopez in the corner. Over to Marshall. Quickly to Guerrera. Again a pump fake. 3 is up. Won't go, a little short. Rebound Murphy. Bulldogs down 6. And the Cougar defense slows down the fast break. Marshman gets it to Lonzinski. Down the lane, shot won't go. Taylor, the putback is good.
Great job by Taji Taylor inside. Narrows it to 4.
Hazleton area takes a timeout. We'll wait what the call is. Joe DiMaggio said a 30-second timeout. Coach, can you believe it? In just about a minute and a half.
I just finished my wings.
Now would be a good time to once again give Two Italian Guys Pizzeria a call at 570-459-2783. If you ordered the wings, why not just order a stromboli? From Two Italian Guys, located at 3 West Diamond Avenue in Hazleton. Give them a call, 570-459-2783. You can have both the wings and the stromboli ready for halftime. Great spread for the second half of this good game between Berwick and Hazleton area. And when you call 570-459-2783 at Two Italian Guys, once again, tell them Coach DeMelfi sent you. Just as Hazleton area gone off to that quick start, Joe, 8-1 to start the second quarter. 6 straight from the Bulldogs to make it a 4-point game. Guzman back in the lineup. Sorry, Joe.
That's okay. Marshman in along with Hansen.
Guerrera turns around in the lane. Nice jumper in for Josie and Guerrera.
Defensively, you need to get out there very quickly. Get the ball to the middle.
Hansen on the wing playing with 2 fouls. Got it to Lonzinski. It's a 6-point Cougar lead. Lonzinski over to Dahl. To Hansen. Hansen drives, kicks it out Lonzinski. Lonzinski in the lane. Turnaround up, won't go. Rebound by Rossi. Here come the Cougars up 6.
Nice job by Lonzinski getting it inside. Just couldn't make the shot.
Rossi quickly over to Lopez. Right back to Rossi, a deep 3. Won't go, tipped around, loose. And Bill Callahan right there, making the call off of the Cougars in the red. Berwick basketball down 6. Grand Central halftime stats compiled by Jim Burns coming up at the half. Berwick looking to keep this within single digits to get to halftime, down 6. Final couple minutes of this opening half. And a block rolled out high on Rossi is his first, team 6th. Steal back for the Bulldogs.
Steele in and Marshman out. Dahl draws the foul on that drive to the basket again.
And Murphy just got it in to Dahl. Lonzinski faked the 3. Dribbles it back to the middle and over to Dahl. Dahl, the left-hander, goes left. Shot is up, won't go. Had a couple of Cougar defenders there to contest. Gennaro back in the game, dribbles it out for the Cougars.
They are shots inside being contested, but they are shots that could go. Berwick needs to start making those inside shots.
And a travel detected by Joe DiMaggio. Chris Catrone back in for the Cougars. So they lead by 6, final couple of minutes in this opening half. Thank you for joining us here on WYLN. I'm Marty Burns, joined by the coach Joe DeMelfi. Jim Burns on the stats, and he'll be giving us the Grand Central halftime stats at the half. Lonzinski hits the 3! Cuts the deficit in half. Lonzinski with 6 to lead the Bulldogs.
Great shot by Lonzinski. No one in front of him.
Marshall goes to Catrone. To Gennaro. Over to Marshall quickly. Swung to Guzman. And he can't get the 3 back. Murphy the rebound.
Nice rebound by Murphy. Down by 3, 1:30 left. Second quarter.
And Murphy was fouled out in the backcourt. 7th team foul on the Cougars. It'll be a 1-and-1.
I I'll tell you, Marty, when you go to the basket, you got one of two things. You either have the layup or a good chance of getting fouled.
Taylor returns for the Bulldogs, as it will be a 1-and-1. Morrison quickly gets to the scores table as he'll check back in. One-and-one opportunity here for Sean Murphy, the junior.
We talked before about being accurate from the foul line.
And I think we had a lane violation against the Bulldogs. No foul shot there.
I think player felt that he was going to go up with the ball, took the step in the lane. Costly mistake.
Even though it won't be ruled that way, some coaches almost view that as a turnover. Marshall to Gennaro. Guzman splits three. Got it to Guerrera for the basket. 6 of his 7 here in the second. Marshall with 8. Guerrero with 7. 15 of the 23 for the Cougars.
Guzman with a great pass inside. Bounced it to the Cougar underneath.
Approaching half a minute remaining in the half. Bulldogs down 5. And a steal by Guerrera. He'll make it 7.
Can't be lazy with your pass, Marty. You have to get the ball there.
Bulldogs still down 7, have a chance to cut into this deficit before halftime. They really don't want to go down any further, though, here in the half. Dahl drives, got the basket.
Great job by Miles. Dahl gets the basket right before the buzzer.
The Bulldogs take a 5-point deficit into the locker room on the strong drive by Miles Dahl. All 5 of his points in that opening half. Through a half, Hazleton area 25, Berwick 20. You're watching the Lehigh Valley Health Network Hazleton Game of the Night live right here on WILN.
When emergency strikes, trust your care to the all-new ER at Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton. With a facility that's now twice the size. Experienced nurses who see you right away. A quick assessment process makes sure you get the care you need. Advanced technology on site. Safe, private treatment rooms, and a peace of mind that only this level of care can bring. When it matters most, trust your partner in emergency care. Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton.
Membership opportunities are now available at the Valley Country Club, 79 Country Club Lane in Sugarloaf. Clubhouse upgrades are in progress and will be ready for the spring. Call Frank Radis for details at 570-233-5328.
We welcome you back to Berwick High School Gymnasium for this Lehigh Valley Health Network Hazleton Game of the Night, Wyoming Valley Conference boys high school basketball matchup between the Bulldogs of Berwick and the Cougars of Hazleton area, which the hometown Bulldogs trailing by 5. And Joe, for Hazleton area, a tale of 2 quarters for them individually. It was a Joe Marshall opening quarter, a Josian Guerrera second quarter. They've accounted for 17 of the Cougar 25 points.
I'll tell you one of the things, Marty, impressed with Berwick so far, and they're hanging in there. They're playing hard, getting the rebound, but you're right, Marshall big time in the first quarter for the Cougars, who hold a 5-point advantage. Berwick's going to have to continue trying to get the ball to the lane, either by the drive or getting it inside. They've been successful on the drive. Miles Dahl with a couple layups. They've drawn some fouls. As I said, they're down 5. They need to continue playing with the same intensity in the second half.
And Joe, you had mentioned it's been a history for Berwick the last couple of years that they've had a tough time playing with Hazleton area. They're down 5 at the half. I think the third quarter is crucial in this ball game. If Berwick can keep it in this range or even cut into the deficit and have confidence going into the fourth, it makes it anybody's ball.
Exactly right. You want to stay close so you have a chance in the fourth quarter, as the Bulldogs, they were down by 9, down by 11, I believe, came back. Now it's a 5 going into the third quarter.
Joe, that guy next to you is working pretty hard. We're going to see the fruits of his labor after this break when we look at the Grand Central halftime stats compiled by Jim Burns. You're watching live high school basketball on WILN.
When emergency strikes, trust your care to the all-new ER at Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazleton. With a facility that's now twice the size. Experienced nurses who see you right away. A quick assessment process makes sure you get the care you need. Advanced technology on site. Safe, private treatment rooms, and a peace of mind that only this level of care can bring. When it matters most, trust your partner in emergency care. Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazleton.
SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond Contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call SJ Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
Penn State Hazleton is improving the lives of others, starting in our community.
Providing degrees that meet the needs of the area.
Fueling entrepreneurship and contributing more than $36 million annually to the state's economy.
Researching the health of our local ecosystem on the Susquehanna River.
Together, our impact keeps growing, backed by the strength of 24 campuses and 700,000 alumni.
We welcome you back to Berwick High School Gymnasium. The score at the half, Hazleton area 25, the Berwick Bulldogs. The host tonight with 20. Hazleton area, as we mentioned, led in scoring by Josian Guerrera. 8 of his 9 in the second quarter. Joe Marshall had 8 in the first, accounting for all of his points in the opening half. For Berwick, got Miles Dahl with 5, Sean Murphy with 4, but a big contribution, a couple of threes from the quarterback on the football team, playing very well so far tonight, Matthew Lonzinski, leading the way for Berwick with 6.
He is playing well, Marty. Couple rebounds underneath, getting the ball out, and as you said, made some of those three-pointers.
And Joe, we're just about set to get a look at the Grand Central halftime stats compiled by Jim Burns.
Marty, Hazleton, 9 for 18 from the floor, shooting 50%. 2 for 8 from the three-point range, 5 for 7 from the foul line. 11 rebounds, 5 offensive rebounds. They have 7 turnovers. The Bulldogs are shooting 8 for 17. They missed a couple of layups inside. They're 3 for 6 from the three-point range, 1 for 4 from the foul line, 10 rebounds, 3 offensive rebounds, and 6 turnovers. So I think the last 3 items, the rebounds 10, offensive rebounds 3, turnovers only 6. I think that is one of the reasons that they're only down 5.
Before we head to break, we'd like to thank the Third Base Luncheonette for supplying our crew meal as they have all season long and for so many seasons here at WILN. Third Base Luncheonette located just off of 9th Street in Hazleton. Many thanks to the Third Base Luncheonette as we head to break. When we come back, we'll be getting you third quarter action from Berwick. The hometown Bulldogs trail the Cougars 25-20.
You always get a feel-good shopping experience at Grand Central in Hazleton.
Have you ever experienced that super pushy salesperson who follows you all around? Not here.
Or wandered around that big box store looking for help in the appliance department, only to find the pink guy? Not here.
And we have an experienced, courteous sales staff here to help you find the perfect mattress, piece of furniture, or appliance with no pressure.
And don't forget, Everyday low prices.
You always get a feel-good shopping experience at Grand Central in Hazleton.
Third Base Luncheonette, still making memories after all these years.
Two Italian Guys Pizzeria. 3 West Diamond Avenue in Hazleton has all your favorites, from pizza, hoagies, salads, entrees, wings, and sides. Always made with the freshest ingredients. Call them at 570-459-2783.
Moore & Associates, accountants and advisors, located at 751 North Church Street in Hazleton. Contact them for all your individual and business tax and accounting needs.
We welcome you back to the Berwick High School Gymnasium, getting set for third quarter action. And Joe, with the Cougars up 5, very interesting. We had a minute and a half remaining on the clock before the start of the third. Neither team was out to warm up.
Exactly, Marty. That's a great point because I was going to make the same one, so it must be a great point. Spent a lot of time in the locker room, both teams. So, again, you know the intensity from the coaches as well as the players.
So we'll see what adjustments both teams made in the locker room as we get set for the start of the third quarter with Berwick trailing 25-20 to the Hazleton area Cougars.
I think one of the things that you alluded to earlier, the third quarter key here. If the Bulldogs can keep it within 3 to 5, they're going to have a shot. So they can't let the quarter get away from them.
So Berwick in the gray will come out on defense to start. Hazleton area in the red. Going from left to right on your screen, we'll start with the basketball. Lopez, Gennaro, Morrison, Guerrera, and Marshall to start. Lonzinski, Dahl, Murphy, Steele, Taylor. Round out the 5 to start the third for Berwick. Guerrera for 3. Can't get it to go. Lopez, the offensive putback. Good.
Great offensive rebound and put back by Lopez.
He's got 7. The lead is 7. Murphy from the elbow gets the roll. He's got 6.
Short jumper by Murphy. He's able to penetrate to the foul line. Puts it up.
Lopez look to drive against Taylor. Instead he has to go cross court. This is Marshall. He'll go cross court back to Lopez. Goes baseline. Shot won't go. Rebound Lonzinski.
Lonzinski, another rebound underneath. Lopez was able to get to the baseline, but couldn't convert the layup.
Dahl on the wing. He looks to drive. Gives it off to Lonzinski. From the foul line. Jumper off back rim. Rebound Morrison. Guerrera speeding right down the lane. Scoop. Won't go. Rebound Lonzinski. And Steele went into the front court and then to the back court. Violation gives it back to the Cougars.
He went front and back. He thought the pass to the other Bulldog was the reason, but Steele went front and back.
Marshall in the corner, Lopez directing traffic, gets it to Gennaro. Looking into the high post, a kicking violation, keeps it with the Cougars. Marshall, three, won't go. Murphy trying to bring it up court and had knocked away from behind.
Good job by Murphy taking it off the floor, but one of the things Hazleton's trying to do with that defense Berwick is moving, they're trying to get the ball cross court for a good look at the three ball to either the corner or the knuckle.
Lonzinski gets it to Taylor, out to Dahl. Murphy for three, got it! 5 of his 9 here in the third. It's a 2-point game.
I said it before, Marty, when you drive, you draw people defensively. He got it out. Murphy with the three.
Marshall is fouled. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Taylor got there but a little late, committed the foul.
Call it on Lonzinski, his second, team first.
I'm sorry, I thought they called that on Taji Taylor. They got Lonzinski, who was underneath.
One of 2 for Marshall. And Joe, it's one of those strange nights when both the girls and the boys teams match up in the same night. The girls playing up at Hazleton Area High School. Next Ed Ball will give you a little bit of an update of what's going on at Hazleton Area as we'll get a look at Joe Gavio's Lady Cougars on Thursday against Wilkes-Barre Area. Be on the air at 7:30. Marshall almost with the turnover, Lonzinski to save. And before the backcourt violation, which I think could have been coming, a Berwick timeout. We'll see what the call is. It's a 30-second timeout. So, Joe, now would be a good time to call Two Italian Guys Pizzeria at 570-459-2783. Order a hoagie from Two Italian Guys located at 3 West Diamond Avenue in Hazleton. Give them a call, 570-459-2783. Order that hoagie. Tell them Coach DeMelfi sent you. Joey mentioned that the girls are playing up at Hazleton Area High School. Lady Cougars are up at the half, 25-18. Good to hear that Rayanne Andrus back in the Berwick lineup. She left last week with an injury. She's leading the Lady Dogs with 8, Carly Oakes with 6. Hazleton Area led by Lacey Kringy and Brianna Kennedy, 8 apiece. But the big stat coming out, Berwick has turned it over 14 times in the opening half. We talked about it last week. That's what Coach Gavio likes to do to you.
I said he brings the blanket on that press. You have to be able to.
Dahl's jumper won't go. Battle for the rebound, and I think we're going to have a foul against Hazleton Area.
Great follow by Miles Dahl. And I think you're right, Marty. Somebody over the top.
Guerrera picks up his second.
It was Guerrera.
Team first. Steele lost control. Gennaro tried to save. He stepped out of bounds, but great hustle.
Both teams hustling very well here through 2.5 quarters.
Dahl brings it over, gives to Murphy. Lonzinski on the wing. That's a 3 from Steele, rebounded by Morrison. Cougars up 3 with the ball, approaching the halfway point of this third quarter. Dahl knocks it away.
Good hustle by Miles Dahl. One of the things at the other end, Marty, one and done. One shot from the 3. Hazleton with the rebound.
Freshman Billy Hansen back in the Bulldog lineup. Will try a 3, got it! Luke Gennaro's got 6 for the Cougars. The lead is 6. Murphy hands off to Taylor, to Lonzinski. Looking backdoor to Hansen, can't get it to fall. Guerrera looks to push.
Great pass inside. Hansen just couldn't get it to go.
That's a 3 for Guerrera. Can't get it to fall. Morrison, the putback. A 4-point turnaround. They had the layup at one end, give up the offensive board, and the basket goes from 4 to now 8.
Bulldogs now have to.
And the traveling violation will give it back to the Cougars. Sammy Guzman back for Hazleton area.
Another turnover, costly for the Bulldogs.
Into the Berwick lineup, number 1, senior Jackson Smith. Bulldogs continue in the zone, trailing by 8. Marshall for 3. Count it for Joe Marshall. He's in double figures to lead all scorers with 12.
All of a sudden, the gap is 11. Cougars up. Bulldogs fighting a little bit of a drought here as Murphy goes up.
Guerrera looks to push. Remember, at one point it was a 2-point game. The Cougars have gone on a 9-0 run. Marshall can't make it 11-0, but there's Gennaro, and he's fouled. I believe he'll be shooting 3.
Murphy's going to draw the foul. Gennaro to the line. You're right, Marty. It was 25-23. Since that time, the Cougars have scored 11. Bulldogs 2.
Foul is on Smith, his first, team second. And Gennaro will shoot 3. He hit the first. He'll get another opportunity. Morrison is back for the Cougars. Replacing Marshall, he'll leave with the game-high 12. Two out of 3 for Gennaro. He's got 5 of his 8 here in the third. Balanced attack for Coach Barletta again, Joe. Marshall with 12, Guerrera 9, Gennaro 8, Lopez with 7. Dahl over to Hansen. Look for Murphy, a steal by Guerrera. Great anticipation, and the basket, and a chance for a 3-point play.
Great anticipation. Long pass. Guerrero does a great job getting there. And what we talked about, Marty, is taking place. The third quarter being a nemesis for the Bulldogs, down by 15.
But don't forget, Joe, at one point in this third quarter, it was 27-25. The Cougars have rattled off 13 in a row.
Exactly. And Berwick has run into a drought.
Foul was on Murphy, Joe. I'm sorry, his first, team third. Guerrera now in double figures. Ties Marshall for game-high scoring lead with 12. And Coach Calarco needs a full timeout. They trail by 16.
Penn State Hazleton is improving the lives of others, starting in our community.
Providing degrees that meet the needs of the area.
Fueling entrepreneurship and contributing more than $36 million annually to the state's economy.
Researching the health of our local ecosystem on the Susquehanna River.
Together, our impact keeps growing, backed by the strength of 24 campuses and 700,000 alumni.
When emergency strikes, trust your care to the all-new ER at Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazleton. With a facility that's now twice the size. Experienced nurses who see you right away. A quick assessment process makes sure you get the care you need. Advanced technology on site. Safe, private treatment rooms, and a peace of mind that only this level of care can bring. When it matters most, trust your partner in emergency care. Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazleton.
We welcome you back to Berwick. Currently, Hazleton area on a 14-0 run to take a 2-point lead and build it to 16. Guerrera and Marshall leading all scorers with 12. Berwick led by Sean Murphy with 9, but they need a score here desperately. Dahl on the wing, looks to drive. Spins, had his arm held, and he'll shoot 2.
Miles Dahl again drawing the foul on that drive to the lane.
I believe it's going to be the third on Lopez. And that is the case. Team second. Dahl will get another. Taylor is back for Berwick. And Hazleton area will go small with Gennaro and Rossi both in the lineup. A couple of point guards in at the same time for Coach Barletta. And a big offensive rebound, Lonzinski. Another opportunity for the Bulldogs. Lonzinski down the lane, finds Smith, can't get it to fall. Lopez the rebound, here comes Rossi in transition.
Bulldogs missed several layups tonight. Obviously, when you're playing a team of Hazleton's caliber, you have to make those.
Gennaro inside battling for the rebound, but it'll be Berwick basketball. Joe Marshall returns for the Cougars. Sean Murphy back for the Bulldogs. Under a minute left in the third. It's a 16-point Cougar advantage. If you're Coach Calarco and the Bulldogs, you want to get this as close to 10 as you possibly can before the end of 3. Murphy spin, and he's fouled.
Going to pick up the foul in the lane. Again, an area that Berwick has not fully taken advantage of, Marty.
Second on Joe Marshall, team third. Murphy to shoot 2. He's the first Bulldog in double figures with 10, talking about Sean Murphy, and he'll get another. Lonzinski heads to the scorer's table. 1 out of 2 for Murphy, but a big rebound, Taylor. And that pass knocked away by the Cougar defense. Taylor will sit down, but he got a big possession for the Bulldogs with that offensive rebound, trailing by 15.
Could be their last possession of the third quarter.
Dahl
Hazleton
checks the clock.
Defensively forcing that offense out.
Steals, jumper won't go. Smith battling for the rebound, but how about that box out by Richie Rossi, forcing the over the back?
I'll tell you what, Smith went up, over the back. 7.5 seconds here in the third quarter with a 15-point lead. Cougars will inbound.
Second on Smith, team fourth. Marshall can't get it to go to end a big third quarter for the Cougars. They lead it by 15. We'll be back with more of the Lehigh Valley Health Network Hazleton Game of the Night here on WILN.
SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond Contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call SJ Kowalski at 570-455-2600. Moore & Associates, accountants and advisors located at 751 North Church Street in Hazleton. Contact them for all your individual and business tax and accounting needs.
Two Italian Guys Pizzeria. 3 West Diamond Avenue in Hazleton has all your favorites, from pizza, hoagies, salads, entrees, wings, and sides. Always made with the freshest ingredients. Call them at 570-459-2783.
We welcome you back to Berwick High School Gymnasium. Bulldogs at home, trailing by 15.
5 for 13 for the Cougars from the floor. Berwick 2 for 9 in the third quarter. 1 for 3 3-point range as Smith goes to the basket, but it's going to be called for the offensive foul. No turnovers for the Cougars in the third quarter. Berwick had 3. Berwick ran into a drought. Cougars had 9 rebounds. The Bulldogs had 7. But as I said, the scoring drought hurt the Bulldogs.
And we saw it right here, Joe. We saw Smith go with the off arm. A great call by Brian Dudick. Offensive foul called, and then a defensive foul on the other end on Dahl, his second. All of a sudden, the 6th-team foul on the Bulldogs. And sends Sammy Guzman to the line to shoot 2.
Traditionally, when the Cougars were in this kind of situation where they had to shoot fouls in the fourth quarter, they've been very good at that.
Lopez, the offensive rebound.
Great hustle by Lopez.
Berwick has to come out of the zone and play man-to-man, down by 15. Guzman gets the basket.
If you're going to play man-to-man, you need to face them up, take away that inside game.
Murphy can't get it to go. Marshall the rebound. Guerrero with the Euro step that can't go. Lopez saves. Dahl comes up with it, though, for Berwick. Kick ahead. Taylor may have been blocked from behind, but we got a foul.
Might have been tipped. Marty hit the bottom of the basket. Tajee Taylor will go to the line.
Foul on Guerrero, his 3rd. Team 4th. So Guerrero and Lopez with 3 apiece for Hazleton area. Jackson Smith with 3 for Berwick. Marshman is back for Berwick.
Berwick 3 for 9 from the line right now, 33%. Needed to be better than that.
1 out of 2, Marshall the rebound. Chris Catrone back in for Hazleton area. 16-point Cougar advantage.
Cougars can afford to take their time, Marty, and use as much of the clock as they can. They are up by 16. Can't allow that shot, Marty. You need to get there, need to get your hands up. That's a case of want to.
Almost looked like Dirk Nowitzki with the one-legged fadeaway.
Yep.
Very impressive. Taylor inside. Strong move to the basket. He's got 5 for the Bulldogs. They trail by 16. And a turnover.
Bulldogs have a chance to cut into it.
But that Murphy 3, that would have been big, but it didn't fall. Marshall the rebound. Here comes Guerrero. Coach Barletta wants a timeout. I believe we heard full. We'll get that confirmed. Cougars leading it by 16. It is a full. We'll be back right after this.
Third Base Luncheonette, still making memories after all these years.
When emergency strikes, Trust your care to the all-new ER at Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazleton. With a facility that's now twice the size. Experienced nurses who see you right away. A quick assessment process makes sure you get the care you need. Advanced technology on site. Safe, private treatment rooms, and a peace of mind that only this level of care can bring. When it matters most, trust your partner in emergency care. Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazleton.
We welcome you back to Berwick. And Joe, for the Berwick faithful, neither group happy. The boys trailing by 16 midway through the fourth up at Hazleton. Lady Cougars up 12. We mentioned here a 16-point advantage. Catrone can't get the three. Saved nicely by Murphy.
Great job by Murphy getting that ball back in play. Berwick possession. Bulldogs now need a couple of baskets.
Dahl may have had it blocked by Lopez partially. Guerrero brings it up for the Cougars.
Dahl tonight has penetrated a bunch of times, just can't get it to go.
Marshall, the strong move to the basket, gives him 14.
Very strong inside move by Marshall.
The lead is 18 for Hazleton area. Murphy with a strong move. He'll have a chance for three-point play.
Again, Berwick taking advantage of the lane. Coming away with the basket is Murphy. I mentioned earlier in the broadcast, Murphy's been the leading scorer pretty much for the Bulldogs.
Fourth personal on Guerrera. He'll sit with those four personals. As Guzman and Morrison return for Hazleton area. And Murphy gets the three-point play. He's got 9 of his 13 here in the second half.
Bulldogs with a little pressure, Marty. See if they can cause some problems for this Hazleton team with breaking the press. They do it very well, get the ball up the floor.
And they'll get it to their point guard, Gennaro. Looking to run good offense, but they'd be happy also to take some time off the clock. Guzman tried the up and under. And they're going to call him for a traveling violation.
Didn't know if that was going to be a foul or a travel.
Tajee Taylor back in the Berwick lineup.
Coach Barletta questioning whether the walk took place before the foul, I believe, and as he believes there was a foul inside.
Murphy inside the foul line, can't get it to go. Battle for the rebound, corralled by Morrison.
I'll tell you what, Morrison and Marshall tonight have made a huge difference for this Cougar team.
Gennaro had it knocked away by Taylor, but Morrison came up with the loose ball and a steal. Murphy, nice pass to Dahl.
Great job on the break after the steal by the Bulldogs.
13-point Cougar lead. Sorry, Joe. And a turnover.
Causing a little bit of problems for the Cougars as they turn it over again. 3:54. Marshman out.
Cougars led by Guerrera and Marshall with 14. Murphy leads the Bulldogs with 13.
When Marshman's been in tonight, he's done very well, stabilizing that Berwick.
Murphy splits a couple and can't get it to fall. But he'll head to the line to shoot two.
Marty, I think they've missed 5 or 6 at least of those layups tonight as Murphy goes to the line.
Morrison picks up his first, team 6th. From here on out, both teams will be shooting free throws. Murphy to shoot 2 to try to make this an 11-point game. Joe Sean Murphy at this point has come alive in this second half. 10 of his 14 coming here in this half. Make it 11 as he's got 15 to lead all scorers. Marshman back in for the Bulldogs. Full court pressure. Lopez finds Guzman to Marshall.
Cougars in no hurry to get it up, though, Marty. After get it to the front court, take their time with their offense.
Marshall, a strong drive to the basket. Gives him 16.
Nobody cuts the ball off. You need to cut the ball off. You can't allow someone like Marshall to get to the basket.
Little teardrop from Murphy doesn't fall, and he'll commit the foul. Guzman will be heading to the line for a 1-and-1. Joe, I've been there. That foul by Murphy is simply frustration.
It was frustration. And I'll tell you what, Marty, the Bulldogs have had several opportunities tonight. The third quarter just couldn't make a basket, and really, and as you mentioned, the third quarter, and then I mentioned the third quarter, and that has been the case. They're down 13. They were only down 2 early part of that third quarter.
And I had a perplexed look, Joe. They didn't call it on Murphy. They called it on Steele. His second, team 7th. Guzman steps to the line and hits both. The lead back to 15. Dahl for 3. Can't get the roll. Marshall, another rebound.
I'll tell you what, the defensive rebounds by Marshall.
Guerrera running the floor, gets his own putback.
Great putback by Guerrera.
Murphy in the lane, short. Another Guerrera rebound.
Bulldogs really have let the game get away from them here in the second half.
And Coach Barletta takes a timeout. It's a 30-second timeout. Joe, can you believe it? We've got one more of these left on the menu, but now be a great time to call Two Italian Guys Pizzeria for postgame at 570-459-2783. What else would Coach DeMelfi tell you to get but a pizza from Two Italian Guys located at 3 West Diamond Avenue in Hazleton? Give them a call, 570-459-2783. And as we've told you all night long, tell them Coach DeMelfi sent you.
Fourth quarter rebounds, Hazleton 11, Berwick 1. Turnovers, Hazleton 5, Berwick 1. And we talked about the rebounding strength of the Cougars, and there is a great example.
A Cougar turnover will give it back to Berwick, down 17. And in our next Lehigh Valley Health Network Hazleton game of the night, we'll see Joe Gavio's Lady Cougars taking on the Lady Wolfpack of Wilkes-Barre area. Will be on the air Thursday night at 7:30, and it's Hazleton area coming off a 53-35 victory over Berwick. Steele hits the 3. He's got 6. Full timeout. Berwick, they trail it by 14.
When emergency strikes, trust your care to the all-new ER at Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton. With a facility that's now twice the size. Experienced nurses who see you right away. A quick assessment process makes sure you get the care you need. Advanced technology on site. Safe, private treatment rooms, and a peace of mind that only this level of care can bring. When it matters most, trust your partner in emergency care. Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton.
Membership opportunities are now available at the Valley Country Club, 79 Country Club Lane in Sugarloaf. Clubhouse upgrades are in progress and will be ready for the spring. Call Frank Radis for details at 570-233-5328.
welcome you back to the Berwick High School Gymnasium. Approaching 2 minutes remaining in the fourth. Hazleton area with a 53-39 lead over Berwick. And Joe, if let's say this game stays as a double-digit victory for Hazleton area, I think one of the things for Coach Calarco, you look at it in the paper, another double-digit victory for Hazleton area over Berwick. But I think if you've watched this game, Berwick has shown they can play with Hazleton area, get some shots to fall, and the margin could be a little bit closer. If at all, that maybe it'd be a whole lot different. But Hazleton area breaks the pressure nicely. Guerrera has
Great
18.
job breaking the press. They go up 16.
But I don't know if you feel the same way about that thought for Coach Calarco and the Dogs. As Dahl will have a chance for three.
I'll tell you what, Miles Dahl's done a great job. He's missed a couple of those layups too. But there he drives the lane again, comes away with the basket, can make it three. But you're right, Marty. I don't think the score is indicative of the game.
Fourth on Lopez, team seventh. Dahl to try to make this a 13-point game. He does. He's the second Bulldog in double figures with 10. Murphy has 15. Dahl with 10 to lead the Bulldogs. Cougars led by Guerrero with 18. Marshall 16. And again, the Cougars break the pressure. Taylor will foul Guzman and send him to the line for another one-on-one opportunity.
Taylor in for Lonzinski here with 1:40 left for the Bulldogs. I think trying to get Taji in to run the floor.
First on Taylor, team eighth, 1-1 for Sammy Guzman. Guzman hits both. A nice contributor off the bench for Coach Barletta. Does a nice job defensively, and every so often he can come up with key baskets for the Cougars. He's got all six off the bench here in the fourth as Murphy gets another basket. He's
nice
got
drive.
17.
Bulldogs doing a better job with the press here.
Guzman, baseline, blocked from behind, but he was fouled.
Berwick foul, number 14, Ryan Steele, is second.
Now they must have changed that foul from previously, as they say it's the second on Steele. They gave that foul back to Murphy. Team ninth. One out of two for Guzman. Dahl at the top of the key. Continue to be guarded all night long by Lopez.
Ooh.
And Lopez with the block.
Great block by Lopez.
And Steele will foul Guerrera. Be a two-shot opportunity as it's the 10th team foul. Guerrera couldn't get the roll there as it hung on that front rim. Lonzinski back for the Bulldogs.
Under a minute left, Marty.
Guerrera's got 19 on the night. A steal by Gennaro.
Murphy tried to go inside, turned it over.
And Guerrera holds up. Cougars really don't need any more points. But Guerrera is fouled.
Gonna go to the line.
Third on Dahl. Another opportunity for Guerrera. 8 of his 20 to this point here in the fourth. And give him 21 to lead all scores. Lead is 17. Under half a minute remaining here in the fourth. Lonzinski for 3. Rebound Guerrera. I think I heard Coach Calarco, say no fouls. Willing to let this end. But a good effort from the Berwick Bulldogs. Get some baskets to fall. Things may have been a little bit different. And Hazleton area comes on the road for another big victory.
We talked about that, Marty. Third.
61-44, the victory by Hazleton area. And another night they hold a team to under 50 points. I thought the defense was big for the Cougars again tonight and balanced on the offensive end.
I'll tell you what, Marty, the defense I thought played well. The Bulldogs helped the defense by not shooting very well, especially that fourth quarter. They had some drives to the basket, good shots. They came away with nothing in about 5 or 6 occasions, but cannot take it away from Hazleton area. They played extremely well, got the rebounds, were able to, Berwick had a lot of one-and-done shots, Marty. They just didn't, offensive rebounds weren't there.
Hazleton area led by Josie and Guerrero with 21. Joe Marshall, 16 big points for the Cougars. Sean Murphy had 17 for Berwick. Miles Dahl finished with 10. From our production crew, Mr. Perna, enjoy your trip to Florida. We'll see you in a couple games. Hopefully you return. And now for our director, Ryan Osachi. For stats by Jim Burns. For Joe DeMelfi, I'm Marty Burns saying so long. Once again, the final score, Hazleton area 61, Berwick 44. Join us Thursday night as the Lehigh Valley Health Network Hazleton Game of the Night returns as we go to Wilkes-Barre Area High School, the newly opened school and gymnasium, to see the Lady Wolfpack of Wilkes-Barre Area play host to Joe Gavio's Lady Cougars. Will be on the air Thursday night at 7:30. This has been a WYLN Sports Special presentation. Good night from Berwick.
You're watching WYLN TV 35.